Another day, another dollar, and another exciting episode of Smell the Coffee on Tuesday, the 23rd of January, 2024. We couldn't be more excited to be bringing you today's episode. I am Diana Master, alongside Aina Raizo-Kweyo. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, but before we get into it, today's a very special person's birthday.
Whose birthday
So
is
I would
it?
like to wish, his name is Jackson, all the way in Ireland. I would like to wish you a very happy birthday. I've literally known him since I was like a child.
Oh, happy
Yes.
birthday, happy birthday. Boop, 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 boop.
Woo woo. Please do send us some Hennessy.
Yeah.
We will be looking forward because he's a big Hennessy drinker.
Send us
Send us
Hennessy and some
Hennessy.
chocolate.
You know, some
Yeah.
Irish chocolate, and then we can celebrate your birthday properly.
Yeah, why are you wearing red? Valentine is coming. Where is your boyfriend? Where is your partner? Valentine is coming.
Where's your boyfriend? There was a meme that I uploaded a video that said me dancing so that all my friends that are receiving chocolates on Valentine's Day can give them to me since I don't have a boyfriend. What are you doing for Valentine's?
I don't know. What do people do on Valentine's?
They get flowers. They also get taken out for dinner or lunch or whatever.
I don't have plans.
I know I'm getting jewelry.
I don't have plans. I don't know what I'm getting. So if you would like to send me something,
Please
you
send your
know,
girl a little something.
Send me something. To appreciate me while I'm alive. Those of you that can, please send some. Even if it's airtime, super away, 200.
You know what, Chomi?
$10.
Since I love you, I'll bring you a chocolate. I'll bring you a
Yes.
little chocolate.
Bring me anything.
So that, when people are posting their flowers and whatnot, then you can at least just post your chocolate.
Like last year, I just switched off
You were like, no.
my social media. I was not participating in any Valentine's content.
For
I don't
us in
wanna
high
feel
school,
bad.
they had like this thing whereby you could send flowers to one another, roses rather, to one another. And it was always so sad because they would do it after assembly. So imagine everyone is sitting there and you hear, Aina, and then you get your rose. Esther gets a rose. Kai gets a rose, and you're just there like.
And then it's just you.
You're
No, they shouldn't do that. That's embarrassing.
It was so funny because. And most of the time, you don't know who the rose is from, right? But sometimes there'd be people that would buy their own roses because they were so tired of the embarrassment. So they'd buy their own roses, and then they'd get called up. They're like, oh my goodness, I wonder who it could have been. That time it was Chomi that bought her own rose.
I know we say that, Valentine's should be every day, but to be honest, that day is just special.
It's very special.
It's just, if it doesn't happen on that day, it's like, oh, okay, thank you. But should it happen on that day, people cry tears of blood, people are joyful. You're just excited to be receiving something when everyone else is receiving something.
I mean, it's just nice. It's peer pressure.
Yeah.
It's peer pressure. It's nice. One thing, though, I don't want to be proposed to on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Or my birthday. No.
I don't want to don't propose to me on my birthday.
No.
Never that.
No.
Not on Valentine's.
Don't use any other special days. Use a day
not
that is
even on
meaningful
Easter.
to us.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we went on our first date on, I don't know, the 15th of September.
Yeah.
Propose then. Make it have meaning. Because for me, I feel like it's kind of lazy. Now you want to remember the anniversary just because you're like, oh yeah, it's Valentine's. I feel like it's lazy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, and I feel like there's not a lot of effort that goes into it. Choose a day that means something special to us. Be like, no, I chose the 2nd of the 2nd because 22 is our special number. Things like that. I'm such a sentimental girl.
Yeah.
I love little things like that. I love feeling appreciated, and I love knowing that you make the effort. Because for me, I do make that effort. Yeah, but please do let us know how you will be celebrating your Valentine's Day. We are looking forward to hearing that. But before we do that, please do remember Smell the Coffee was nominated as Viewer's Choice for Best Talk Show. All you have to do is a WhatsApp #NTV Awards 2024 to 085 785 6231 and follow the prompts that the Synergy chatbot gives you. We will be looking forward to your votes because on the 8th of February, sweetie, we are dressed to the nines.
And we are walking away
with that trophy.
Accolade.
Yes. And we're going to be there snapping. We're going to snap and snap and
Please
snap.
do follow us on social media. Behind the scenes, everything. We're bringing you awards behind the scene.
Red carpet.
Fashion.
No, black carpet.
Black
carpet.
Glitz, glam. Everything in between.
Everything in between.
You would want to be there.
You would, and you don't want to miss it, and you won't because it's going to be live streamed. On that note, we'll be taking a quick commercial break and returning with our top stories.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Now, in the first of our top stories, Doja Cat's brother knocked out her teeth, mom says, in shocking abuse claims. Doja Cat had her teeth knocked out by her brother, their mother has claimed. The Say So hitmaker's mother, Deborah Elizabeth Sawyer, has filed for a temporary restraining order against her 30-year-old son, Raman Dalitando Dlamini, and in her filing, she also claimed her daughter, whose real name is Amala Ratnazandile Dlamini, also needs to be protected from her sibling. According to documents obtained by TMZ, Sawyer alleged Raman Dlamini gave her sister cuts and bruises, as well as knocking out her teeth and destroying or stealing some of her property. She went on to allege her son has been verbally abusive to his famous sister in a very degrading and demeaning way, and accused him of making the 28-year-old star feel unsafe and traumatized. When it comes to her own safety, Sawyer alleged that she had been physically abused and threatened multiple times over the last year by her son, and claimed the most recent incident took place earlier this month. The judge granted the request for Sawyer pending a hearing for a permanent restraining order, but didn't grant the same protection for Doja, ruling she would need to file her own restraining order petition. Sawyer also noted in her documents she had a restraining order against Dalitando Dlamini in the past, but it had since expired.
What is the fight about?
I wonder. It doesn't say.
To a point where you're going to take out someone else's teeth.
It could just be a thing of sibling rivalry. I don't know. Because, the
brother is older. He's
30. The brother is 30 and Doja is
28. Yeah.
So it could just be a thing of sibling rivalry. I know this, and I'm speaking from experience, not my own, but I have a friend, right, who has an older brother. And the older brother had this strong dislike and disdain for her, and I was like, but why is that? And then later on she explained that, the brother feels like they weren't awarded the same opportunities. So the brother feels like, you as the younger one got better opportunities and what. So there's that resentment and that jealousy. So I feel like it could be stemming from that. Why was she the one to succeed?
Maybe why is Doja the one that is famous and rich?
You gave her better opportunities that you didn't grant to me. I honestly think that's what it is. That's all I can say. Because like I'm saying with this friend of mine, I couldn't make it make sense, because I'm like, why does your brother dislike you so much?
Like you've never done anything.
Exactly. That's
if anything, he should love you because
he should love you.
Siblings.
Yeah, because you're ashamed the way I abuse my brother. I can just call him like, listen, I need money. He's like, okay, Diana. So I expect people to have that same relationship with their siblings, because my siblings and I, all of us, were very close. Yeah, we have our sibling fights, but it's those petty things.
Those are normal things.
Those are normal things, but to the point where your brother is knocking your teeth out and fighting you, no.
To a point where you have to get a restraining order, I think that's very serious. But nonetheless, yeah, those things do happen in our families. And yeah, I guess we should just work through them.
But we're not condoning them in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, we're not condoning them. We are just saying that this is the reality on the ground. Even as friends, as partners, as colleagues, you fight all the time.
And you
maybe sometimes not physically, but you will fight.
You will fight.
Yeah.
Fights are normal. Fights happen. And then, people move through them. Sometimes that's what makes relationships stronger. But not knocking my teeth out. Like, honestly speaking, if you're in a situation like that, do seek help however you can. If it's the police, if it's child protection services, whatever it may be, do seek the help that you need.
Alrighty, moving over to our next story. A clothing brand is being accused of sexualizing children. H&M has dropped an advert for school uniforms after it was accused of sexualizing young children. The campaign showed a picture of two primary school age girls under the slogan, "Make those heads turn" in H&M's back to school uniform, back to school fashion. The advert in Australia has now been withdrawn and H&M has apologized. Mumsnet founder and chief executive Justin Roberts said the advert should have never been created in the first place. The campaign was criticized by people on social media, with one labeling it vile and another disgusting. In a statement, H&M said it had removed the ad, which was only live in Australia. "We are deeply sorry for the offense this has caused and will look into how we present campaigns going forward," Ms. Roberts said. Mumsnet users have long been concerned about a sexualized culture creeping into the lives of children, which is why we launched our Let Girls Be Girls campaign in 2010. The campaign calls for retailers to commit not to sell products which play upon, emphasize, or exploit children's sexuality. Ms. Robert added, "It's disappointing to see that 14 years later, retailers are still creating inappropriate adverts and prematurely sexualizing young girls. While we are pleased that H&M have accepted their mistake and removed the advert, it literally, should have never been created in the first place. Last year, online retailer Temu had an advert banned by UK's advertising watchdog for sexualizing children. The ad showed a girl aged between 8 and 11 wearing a bikini in a pose that was quite adult for a girl her age, the Advertising Standard Authority said. The watchdog also banned 4 other adverts for showing sexual images and pictures that objectified women.
This is not the first time this is happening. In November 2022, I think it was Balenciaga that actually, it released an advertising campaign, right, of children holding teddy bears and they were in bondage.
Yes, I remember.
And that was like a big thing. So it's like, guys, really and truly, things like that, are you telling me in a room full of all these executives,
yes,
like everyone ticked off on it, like they saw nothing wrong with it? They're like, yeah, no, it's fine. Because the thing is, with ads, they go through so many people, so many channels before they are approved. So I don't understand how we can say some of these things, oh, they went over our heads. It doesn't make sense. And we're living in a culture where children are heavily sexualized. I don't know why that is, but now even the clothes, I believe, let children dress up as children.
Exactly.
This thing of wanting to dress up your child as a baddie, you're putting your child in heels,
doing baby hair,
makeup, all of that.
No, guys.
No, let kids be kids. When we were kids, we were wearing, typical baby clothes.
Yes.
Nowadays, kids are wearing booty shorts. They're making fishnet stockings for kids. It's like, no, your kid, as much as, I'm a believer in, mommy and me matching outfits. My daughter and I match as often as I would want us to. But there's some things where it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like I can't wear a micro mini skirt, expect her to wear a micro mini skirt, with thigh-high boots. And it doesn't make sense. There are some clothes that look good on kids because they're kids. Let's stop trying to make our kids these miniature versions of these adults and then finding a problem with it when men tend to sexualize them, because at the end of the day we are starting the sexualizing from home.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I don't have anything else to add. I think that, you know, companies should take their advertising policies more seriously, and that they should really consider the impact that they are having out there, because these are big brands.
These are big
Everyone
brands.
will see this ad if you put it out. Also, I think that, you know, companies should start listening to the people that say the truth. You know, sometimes in a group of friends or in a group of colleagues, there's one person that will say, no guys, but that is wrong. But 99 other people will say, no, you are just a hater, that is right. But oftentimes that one person is really right, knows what they're talking about.
And not even just that, hey, most of the time you have the hierarchy. And then you have someone at the top that's like, you know what, I don't care what you're going to say. I want to do this. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, but there are people that are in the public, right? They're people, because you, as whoever you are, you don't get time to really socialize and interact with people. So you don't see things the way I see them and from my perspective. From a public perspective, you get what I'm saying? You see things through a rose-colored lens or whatever it is. So at least with me, because I'm out in the public, I know what people are saying.
Yes.
Allow me to give my input, and don't be quick to shut down ideas.
Yes.
Hear a person out. Okay, fine. Why do you think we shouldn't put this ad out? No, because A, B, C, D. And then it's like, okay, you know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I believe so. But nevertheless, that does bring us to the end of our top stories. I'm not sure if we have time to do one more, but for the sake of time, we will be taking a quick commercial break and returning with another interview. Stay tuned.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Yeah, I grew up in Switzerland, in Bern. That's the capital of Switzerland. And I had always I traveled a lot in Africa before. I'm traveling not through Africa, but in the southern African countries. And I always wanted to be in Africa. I always had that dream in a way. And in 2013, one of our trips, which I did, my daughter got sick in the north of Namibia, in the Kavango East, where I am now. And since then, I'm plus minus 10 years, since I'm in the north.
So your daughter becoming sick was actually instrumental in you establishing this NGO?
Yeah, she got sick in 2013, and we had to go and find urgently a hospital because everything really went in a very short time quite bad. She was 15 at the time, and we stayed then 2 nights, 3 days in the hospital in Andara, which is a rural hospital, like in a rural area. It was not that easy to be there, to go there and to stay as a European in a really tough hospital like Andara. And when we could go out, when my daughter could go, the doctors asked if we can't do something together. And so I went back to Switzerland, and I spoke to my boss, and I spoke to the people to let's put some money together and start an NGO. And then I started in 2014. I came with 2 doctors, and we came up via Rundu. We drove up to Andara, and we spoke to the people in Andara, like in a way what they want, what we could do. We can bring in doctors, but like everything started in a way like no one knew what to do. And in Rundu was at the time the right person from the Ministry of Health, and we could talk to her, and she brought us in like in a way like that they need the help, they want the help, that we should come and teach people and help them with like equipment if possible, but especially with the knowledge.
Tell me about the NGO. What is it called and what does it stand for? And how long did it take to establish that?
The NGO's name is Mudiro.
Which means?
Mudiro means fire, energy, and I wanted the element to fit me. So I think I have that energy. And the question what you just asked, how long it took you, it didn't take me long, because if I want something, I do it, and I have that power, and I go through. So so it didn't take me so long. I had, of course, now to bring up all of it, to organize everything. I'm still learning, still today. So it's not that everything happens and it's like in the right way. But it didn't take me long, and I really had good people as well around me to help me to bring it up. And I think because the network which I have in Switzerland or in Europe, in Germany as well, is quite big, and that helped me to get doctors, to bring doctors in, to get like nurses, to get physiotherapists from overseas to come and teach in the Kavango East and West.
On average, how long does a doctor stay?
I never allowed a doctor to stay less than 5 weeks.
Okay.
Because I think you need the time to get involved into the hospital, like to get to know the people, to get to know what they do, how they work, how they see things. In Europe, everything is very fast, and everything is like the newest, and qualities are like high. And here, it's totally different. And for Europeans to come, they first have to like see with what they have to do, with what kind of material they have to work with. So I always said, like, let's at least have a week, 10 days to get into everything, and then work, and then say goodbye. So
and how many doctors have you had here in the last 9 years?
All in 142, but let's say 60%, if not 70, are repeaters. So they really like to do that. They like to come, they come again, they like to come and teach. We have 5 hospitals where we are working at, and all the hospitals really appreciate the help, the work, the teachings. What we do with them, especially us, like we bring specialists in, as example gynecologists or internal medicine, to really teach pediatrician, to help in all these different subjects.
But your main base is at Andara. How many doctors and medical professionals do you think you have trained in the last 9 years? Or assisted rather?
That's a lot. I can't tell you. I mean, in Andara there are now 5 doctors. They were 3 to 5 mostly. As well, like in Nyangana, they are the same or similar like the hospitals. But I can't tell you how many people that we really like trained. But it's a lot. I mean, it's 20 doctors per year, plus minus, roughly.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraika. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
Well, you know what they say, all good things must come to an end. And as much as it breaks our hearts to say goodbye, you will be seeing us again tomorrow on your screen, same time, same place. From Dinah Master and Anna Riza Kweyo, we do wish you have a lovely day ahead.